Hello. Welcome back to my channel. This was previously a bird's tender nest, but I have recently changed over to a whole new vibe and topic for my channel, and I gave it a whole new name, which is Eat Plants with Me. I'm starting all over with a brand new topic for my whole channel. Instead of this being a family oriented vlogging channel, I am going to focus more on my way of eating, which has helped me in the past year go from being a vegetarian of 7 years. I have been plant-based for 8 years total now. I am now focused on eating whole food plant-based, and I'm going to give you a better idea as to what whole food plant-based is and what I've actually used as the base of my way of eating. I am no longer a vegetarian. Let's define it all first of all. A vegetarian is someone who eats no animal products except for dairy and eggs, whereas a vegan will eat absolutely no animal products, and there's so many different layers and levels of that. Like, some don't eat sugar even, which is processed through bone shards, and some do eat it because they don't really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of you're not actually consuming the bone shards, it's just being processed through that. That's like a whole different video, and I could probably define it all a little bit better. But then whole food plant-based is where you don't eat any processed foods. And when I say processed foods, I mean the fake meats, the fake cheeses, there's no cookies, no oil, nothing that's been processed. I'm not going to go into all of it. This is an introduction to what I'm doing, and it is not going to be a video on the whole nitty-gritty of it. I am just introducing the changes to my channel and also what whole food plant-based is. I'm also going to make a separate video on my journey and how I've gotten to this point, but as of right now, I want to introduce the who, what, why, where, when of it all. The who is me. I am Robin, and I am a mom. I am 44. My birthday is actually this month in January of 2023. I will be turning 45. I have at this point lost 30 pounds, and I have, in order to reach my goal of 45 pounds by my 45th birthday, from this morning's weigh-in, I would have to lose 17 pounds. But I just got back from Florida, and on that trip I gained less than a pound, but I did go way off course and ate some processed foods. Mostly I just ate at some vegan junk food restaurants where they offer lots of vegan food, but it is not oil-free and it is not whole food. But it is delicious. So I did allow myself that for the new year, but now I am back on track. I am back on the whole food plant-based train. I chose to start my channel back up to document my weight loss journey through the whole food plant-based way of eating, because I do see, I watch a lot of channels, and it's really awesome to see people have already lost the weight. They are encouraging this way of eating, but they're already in a healthy weight range. And I was thinking that it might be encouraging to some of those who are starting this to see someone actually going through it with them. So I did start this a year ago. Like I said, well, it'll be a year in February. However, I am I still have a long way to go. My first goal is to get outside of the obese category as far as my BMI goes. And I have probably 5 pounds or less to lose to get outside of the obese category of my BMI. And then my next goal is to have lost 45 pounds by my 45th birthday, which is at the end of this month, and I am sad to say that I don't know that I'm going to reach that goal, but I'm going to be pretty darn close because I have already lost 30 pounds, and I am very proud of those 30 pounds that I've lost. That was not all on the whole food plant-based diet. The Starch Solution, which is what my whole food plant-based diet is based on. If you have not heard of Dr. McDougall, I highly recommend. I am sorry, my dog is scratching right now. It is based on eating only starches in their whole form, such as potatoes, sweet potatoes, oats, rice, barley, quinoa, etc. The list goes on and on. Unfortunately, carbs got a bad name thanks to Dr. Atkins. Well, the truth of the matter is that not all carbs are bad. Actually, a lot of them are really, really good. What is not so great would be the processed versions of that. That's where the Starch Solution comes in, is that you are eating starches, you are eating whole grain, whole food, plant-based. If it comes in a package and has a label, you don't want it, okay? Unless it's like frozen veggies. What you are looking for on that label, on that package, is one ingredient and only one ingredient, and that would be the vegetable inside of it. So if you're getting green beans, you only want green beans. If you're getting potatoes, you want it to only say potatoes on it, because you're going to buy a bag of potatoes a lot of the time. So technically that's a package, right? But all that should be in it is the potatoes. I love, love, love buying foods that are easy. I love to keep it simple. So if I want shredded potatoes, instead of shredding my own potatoes, I might buy the bag from Walmart of shredded potatoes, but there's only the one ingredient of potatoes in there. You don't want any oils in there. You have to read labels when you're going to buy it in a package. I love buying my vegetables frozen, because whereas if I buy green beans from the produce aisle, which is obviously ideal, in an ideal world, you're going to eat them all up and gobble them up before they go bad. However, food goes bad faster. And so it's just easier, more cost effective, and honestly easier to cook for me to keep it simple if you just buy it frozen. That's not to say that I don't go to the farmer's market on Sundays. I do love to do that, and when I do, I try to eat those as fast as I can, but I'm not gonna lie, the lion's mane mushrooms went bad before I made them because I had to find a recipe that didn't involve butter or oil or whatever. So on this way of eating, whole food, plant-based, vegetables, fruit, starches, all things in their purest form. You want to eat fruit, but you don't want the dry fruit per se, because a lot of times they add sugar, and it also just changes the nutrient density. Let's say grapes are very good in calorie density because a lot of that water is still in it, but then when you eat raisins, the dried out version is more calorically dense because all of the water has been removed from it. And I am sorry, Atlas is having way too much fun rolling around and making a lot of noise over there. So I hope you guys can hear me. So you want your fruit to be in its wholest form, its truest form. You don't want it to be dried out and put in a package. Beans are great. You can get canned beans. That is totally fine. You can get frozen beans. You can get dry beans. Whatever makes you happy. If you do get the canned beans, try to go low sodium if you have issues or you can't eat a lot of sodium, which I do not, and I do still eat salt, and I don't watch my sodium because I don't have any health problems that makes me watch those numbers. However, a lot of people do, and so if you do buy canned, make sure you watch for the sodium. Condiments, you can have all kinds of condiments. Again, you're reading labels, but soy sauce, amino acids, coconut amino, salsa I use a lot, and that comes in a jar, but as long as you read the label, make sure that it just has vegetables in it, then you're golden. What else? Hummus is amazing. You can make your own, or you can be on the lookout for oil-free. Hummus is hard to find oil-free, I'm going to be honest with you. Even my Whole Foods, where a lot of people find it, doesn't tend to carry it. It's like once in a while they carry it. But it's really easy to throw a can of chickpeas and some lemon and some seasoning into a blender and make your own hummus, and it's delicious. You can make plant-based cheese sauce out of potatoes and carrots and nutritional yeast, which I call nooch or noochie boochie. I call it noochie boochie a lot. I don't know why. Caffeine is up to the individual. I have cut out coffee and I now drink matcha tea in the morning, and one of my goals is to get that down from 2 to 3 cups a day to just 1 a day by the end of this week. Coffee and matcha and teas and all that are very healthy for you. However, it's what you put in them that makes it not healthy. The same is true of potatoes. Potatoes are very healthy. It's the butter and cheese and sour cream and bacon and all the craziness that people put on top of them that give the beautiful potato a bad name. So I'm going to encourage you to find ways to eat a potato that don't involve any of that. And with your caffeine, you're going to have to get rid of the creamers and all the sugar and really get it to its truest form of black coffee or tea. A little bit of non-dairy milks are okay. Alcohol, I would challenge you to cut that out of your life altogether. That is a poison. That is not a whole food in any way. I mean, you can say that wine is made from grapes and vodka is made from potatoes and all of that, but it is not in its truest form, and it's not in its whole form, and it's been fermented and whatever. I don't even know. I don't know how to make these things, but I actually, when I first started doing this last year, I did cut out alcohol, but then I brought it back into my life at one point, and I completely quit. 100% cold turkey, quit, and that worked for me. I do not view myself as an alcoholic. I did not need meetings or any of those things in order to do it, but if you do need that, I 100% suggest and support that you find the help that you need in order to do that. But cutting out alcohol, which is a poison, and if you're going to start putting whole food, plant-based foods in its truest form into your body, that means you're getting rid of all the poisons, all the toxins, all of everything that you've been eating. Then you should also be cutting it out of what you're drinking as well. That goes for the coffee and the caffeine, and that also goes for alcohol. Now, I know some of you are going, all right, Robin, enough is enough. You want me to change everything in my whole life all in one foul swoop? Give me a freaking break. That is too much. Look, I don't expect you to do anything that I wouldn't do. And I did it. And it's hard. But your health is more important than a glass of wine at the end of the day, or coffee with creamer in it, or any of these toxins that we put in our body. Your health, your body Just the only one you're gonna have ever for the rest of your life. And let's make that life last as long as possible. So that's the goal, right? To live as long as possible, as healthy as possible, to get off of the medications that you can, to not need medications in the future if you're not on any now, and to live your best life. I hope that you will join me in this way of eating. I've had a lot of friends ask me for more information on this, and when I made my Instagram, I have had people ask if I'm going to make a cookbook or if I'm going to make a YouTube channel about this. And while maybe I will do a cookbook one day, because I do eat lots of delicious food, right now I'm going to start my YouTube channel back up with my journey and documenting it and sharing with you guys. I hope one day that I will be able to, on a professional level, be able to encourage others and coach others into this way of eating. These are just goals I'm spitfiring here. I already have one person who's volunteered to be my guinea pig on that, and I'm really, really excited. I am not going to tell you who yet because it's still in the works. But I, in the meantime, am going to encourage you to do as I do and as I say, and come on this journey with me of whole food, plant-based starch solutions. I will make more videos where I am going to do all kinds of fun videos, and they're all going to be around the plant-based lifestyle. I am vegan, but I'm not going to push veganism on anyone. The difference between mine and being vegan is that not only am I whole food plant-based, but I also just don't buy other things that are made from animals. I am vegan. I'm not asking you to be vegan. I am asking you to be eating whole food, plant-based, for your health, for the planet, and if it's in your heart, for the animals. But what I want you to do is to eat plants with me and come on my weight loss journey with me, and you will gain a new perspective of more energy, healthier, happier lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching. I will be making videos frequently. I am starting my year off with a challenge, and I'm going to make a video about that next. If you want, you can take the challenge with me, or you can just do the regular Starch Solution. Check out his book, Dr. John McDougall, The Starch Solution. In the meantime, read up on it, go on his website, and check me out on Instagram. Eat plants with me there as well. Bye.